Fair enough. 2 p.m. Okay, so good afternoon. How you doing? Yeah, time zones are still a thing. How are you doing today? So glad to see you here. Hope everybody's having a good morning so far. And I had a blast yesterday on GOG. I got to be honest, I really did. I was I was a bit nervous to begin with, and maybe that had something to do with how much fun I had because it was such an easy way to go. Yes, I really had fun with it. That kind of game is something I don't normally play, so I'm not as familiar with it. And that was sort of where I was a little nervous because I'm like thinking to myself, "Oh my god, I mean, I'm good enough at learning stuff, so I don't really have a big issue, especially anything software related or games. But those kinds of games can be vicious because usually I end up with a cacodemon eating my face.
Of course you do.
That was funny. The Rye actually came over on top of the cacodemon, and that was really funny. Always doing something. Yes, always doing something different can be good. How are you doing, Hamish? I hope you're having a good morning. Hey, Justice Belters, how are you today? Good. Well, good evening for you, actually. Yes, doing something different. Something that I haven't said in a while that I used to, I would finish the stream with occasionally is don't stop learning. Never stop learning. Never let yourself, never let yourself feel like you've got enough and that you just want to sit down and do nothing. I mean, there's times to relax. There are times to relax and times to rest. But when it comes down to it, you should always be pushing forward with new things, even when it's not something for you all the time. 2 p.m. Who bets more? Both of you. So, Gregory, you must be, I'm going to guess, you must be in New Zealand. As if I'm, wait. Not New Zealand. You must be in Europe. Excuse me. I had to look at the time. Sorry. I was thinking, because for some reason I was thinking Just Us Belters was actually in Australia, but no, they're in England, or in Europe. Ich bin nicht. New Zealand. Oh, okay. New Zealand. In the UK. I wasn't sure if it was UK. I almost said UK. I almost said England, but I wasn't sure. I try really New Zealand. I'm not out of New Zealand. Ah. Germany here. Yes. Well, I figured by the language that might have been what you were referring to. But I don't speak German. But I do. I try to keep track of where everybody is, and I'm terrible at it. But it's always been one of those little things that I want to push and see if I can remember. If I can't remember names as well, I can always try to remember. Yep, just across the Great River there, that little channel, huh? But yeah. Anyway, I did. I had a blast. I had a lot of fun learning something new. And it gave me something that I can now work with, both with a game like that. I know I feel a little more comfortable with playing a game like, for example, Crusaders. Crusaders can be very fiddly. And games like that in general are very fiddly. And I never allowed myself to really learn how to play Crusaders because there's so much to it. And don't mention the war. We don't mention the war. That's what, 80 years ago? That was a long time ago. Or the football. Okay, well, okay, that's let's not bring sports in it. We don't need a fight. But yeah, so it is what it is. And I just really appreciate them giving me an opportunity to do it. No, don't start it even. Yeah, don't even start it. So Discworld. We're actually doing Discworld. If you're new to my stream here, whenever possible, I try to do stuff on vintage hardware. If I can't, I will always. It's a fault. I haven't seen Faulty Towers in like 20 years. I used to watch it when I was in high school, when it was still relatively new. I think it might have actually expired, been discontinued, and I can't remember what its last year was, but we're talking like 89, 90. I watched it, and either we would get videotapes that somebody would bring over or mail. And I want to say it would show up on like PBS or something, but we would get episodes here, and I would watch it whenever I could. I think it's hilarious. But yes, we try to do whenever possible vintage gaming, And I just realized I've started into Windows 98. I need to restart in DOS mode. All right. The reference... Ah, okay, yeah, definitely. I'm just going to restart. I actually restarted into command prompt mode for two reasons. One, the keyboard I'm using is actually a USB keyboard with a PS2 adapter. Excuse me, no, it's just a USB keyboard, pardon me. And I'm using a mouse with a PS2 adapter. And the problem is that when USB first came out, the BIOS would only recognize whichever keyboard was plugged in at boot. So if you booted up with a USB keyboard into Windows 98, it would use just that one, and you couldn't plug in a PS2 one because you're not supposed to while the computer is on. And if you boot into command prompt mode, it will carry over the USB device just fine. But if you're in Windows 98 and then reboot into DOS mode, it will try to use the USB keyboard, but there's no USB drivers for DOS, not native anyway. I don't know if there have been any with FreeDOS. I assume there is because it supports a lot more hardware. But we're just going to go into command prompt mode, which more or less does the same thing. But since it booted out of DOS or booted out of BIOS using a USB keyboard, it will actually just work fine. I don't know why they couldn't do it any other way. Looks like mixer set was fine, but I'm going to double check it just in case. It does like to reset sometimes. Oops. And yeah, that looks good. I'm going to leave it right where it is. Digital down a notch and MIDI up all the way because it seems to be a little bit quiet. So we'll exit. And let's go set the mouse. Yeah, already existed. Well, it didn't already exist. I had to install it. But I mean, if you want to call dumping a file into a folder and installing, but that was basically the SB16 installation. It was a creative. I'm pretty sure. It came with a creative software, so I'm pretty sure it was a creative software thing. Drew Tony's, how are you? Welcome in. What was I looking for? Mouse. Okay. Mouse. I think we need to do AO off. That's what it was. A off, and we need to adjust speed level. I think it was. I can't remember what I set it to. 4, I think. Okay, so let's just do SO4. It was either SO3 or SO4, but we need to do A off. Actually, SO3 sounds right. Okay, so let's see. Mouse, A off.
Has entered the chat.
Good, good. How's it going, August? Now then, the real question is, did it do it? I tell you what, we'll just go ahead and type it again. Parameter updated. I'm not even sure if it saves this. I've never really tried it. SO3, parameter updated. Okay. Good. How are you, August? How about Alexei Navalny? No politics. It's always a dangerous subject, especially when it comes to East Asian or West Asian, Eastern European politics, because let's just say that's a really hot topic. I worked with somebody for about 12 years, 13 years, who is from Georgia, and I don't mean the state of Georgia, and trust me, listening to them talk about what goes on in Eastern Europe and through Russia, yeah, you don't want to get into that conversation. I figured you were, but just to make sure everybody was clear, that's definitely a hot subject. A very hot subject. I think we had everything. Oh yes, throttle. And we did set this to 3. I want to say it was just throttle.exe. Okay, so this puts us at about 30%, 33%, something like that. How you doing, Abram? Hope you're having a good morning. And how are you doing, August? What were you talking about? But no, I wasn't talking about. Well, I mean, I wasn't directly. No, it was just somebody I knew. August mentioned, "What about Alexei Navalny?" And I said, "Well, let's no politics." And yeah, kind of went from there. Let's see. All right, and we're gonna go into Discworld because that's what we're gonna start. So, wait. Oh, that's right. It's got a weird directory name. CD disk. Is it WLD CD? Yeah, that's it. getting into trouble immediately. In America, you talk about politics, and Mother Russia politics talks about you. You know, you're right, actually. I think you're right. .bats. Not that I really need to type it, but I think there's a disk.exe in here, too. Is there I think there is. No, it's DWU. That's what it is. But you need to type disk.bat. It'll launch otherwise, but I'm not sure if it actually runs properly. Hopefully the audio is good. Let's make sure it's too quiet. I am impressed. The patch for this fixed the digital weirdness that it had. There was this like kind of crackly sound that would pop up in the middle of that. And in the middle of this. And the patch corrected that. I was so worried it was going to continue. All right, so we are doing this with a walkthrough, but I am not doing walkthrough on every single step. What I'm going to do is attempt to solve the puzzle myself, and after a couple of minutes, if I haven't quite figured it out, I'm going to move on. But the reason for that is because I don't normally like walkthroughs. I usually prefer to just play the game and enjoy it as is. But the first in the chat is August, not really, but technically. No, not technically, but really. I can't believe there's no music here. Anyway, the puzzles in this are insane. And some of them make sense. Some of them don't make sense. Actually, most of them don't make sense. But we're having so much fun with the dialogue and everything else about the game. It pretty much carries itself. So for the most part, I'm just going to kind of expedite the game by just simply using a walkthrough after a few attempts to solve the puzzle. Like if I can't figure it out, and I'm not going for a direct solution, I'm going to look for sort of a hint to kind of push me in the right direction so that I can go finish the puzzle. But again, if I can't quite solve it, I'm just going to outright do a walkthrough on it, on that particular quest or mission or whatever. One of these days, I'm going to get a sound canvas so that this sounds just even more beautiful.
In a second-hand set of dimensions.
All right, we'll skip through all of that. Yep, this is where we ended. So, yeah, we went and talked to the sleazy guy. All right. That doesn't work. At all, actually. Doesn't work. Where's my inventory? So we need to... Oh my god. Holy crap, look at all of that. Treasure, 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 treasure. He's got all the treasure. What's with the blue, the green, and the red? I don't understand that. I don't think I noticed that before. Alright. Gemstones? Ah. So this is one of those parts that I looked and it does say give all the treasure to the sleazy guy. Why I would do that, I don't know. I mean, this seems like one of those things.
That doesn't work.
I know that. Thank you. I don't know why you would actually immediately do this, but apparently this is what you're supposed to do. And then he gives you something even more obscure for all of this.
Here you are, then.
What? You mean this? This is actually all the gold in the kingdom?
Yeah. Well, technically we're a democracy, you know. One man, one vote. The patrician's got the vote because he's the man. But that's all the gold, yeah. Definitely. Would I lie?
Oh, fine.
Would I lie?
Fine. It's just, I never thought you'd actually... never mind.
Is it all right? I mean, you haven't changed your mind or anything?
No.
Can I have my banana, then?
Sure. Here.
I love Eric Idle.
Right, yeah,
I absolutely do.
Right you are, then. I'll just go off with all the gold in the dictatorially democratic regime, then, shall I?
Dictatorially.
Yes, die horribly somewhere.
Die horribly. Die horribly somewhere. Okay, sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with this gold banana. So we have a banana and a gold banana. What are we going to do with that? Are we going to give it to the... No, we're not going to give it to the librarian, are we? Yeah. All right, so I guess we're just supposed to leave. But like I said to begin with, this game, the charm in the dialogue and, you know, the voice acting, there's only 5 voice actors. There's a lady and four guys, and they do all of the voices in this. Eric Idle is only one of the voices, though. He is not anybody else. And it is just fantastic. I was looking at possibly getting, excuse me, Discworld 2, and they're a little pricey relative for just a disc. And funny thing is the only copy of Discworld 2 I could find that's available right now on PC was actually in the UK, and it would cost about $25 to $30 to buy and sell it, or ship it here. I should tell that to my colleagues at worst. Horribly somewhere. I think Rob Brydon voices this too. Yes, he is in this. Rob Brydon, Lord, I can't remember who all was in it, but yeah, Rob Brydon is one of the voices. I always bring this up because it's so interesting. Let's see. Yeah, there's a... let's see. Yes, Rob Brydon, John Pertwee, Tony Robinson, and Kate Robbins are the voices. So Rob Brydon, he voices the Patrician, for one thing. Let's see who all he does. Oh my god, IMD, that yellow on white is impossible to read. What do you... Holy crap, how am I supposed to read that? That's brutal. Oh, he's the voice of Death as well, which is really funny. The innkeeper, who we're about to talk to. Oh, Rob Brydon replaced some of Rincewind's original dialogue, I guess, when they had to go back and redo some dialogue. But look at this terrible color scheme. What are they thinking? That's got to be like, I don't know, a formatting error or something. That's impossible. I know, right? Yellow on white. I don't know. That's IMDb for you. Who knows what they were thinking? Shh, I didn't say that on an Amazon, site or anything. Okay. The inn door was locked before. I guess this is actually a bedroom. Ooh, what's that? Bedside table.
That doesn't work.
Of course it doesn't.
Bit dusty. Smells a bit funny, this bed.
Oh, God.
That doesn't work.
So what am I doing in here? Oh, okay, it's a doorway. Okay, we have a bathtub, we have bubble bath, we have a mirror.
What a ludicrous painting.
Oh, God. Rules.
What's this say? If using bath, please remember our other patrons and clean the bathroom after use. If using Ankh-Morpork River water, please remember your next of kin and leave a will pinned to the door.
So we have soap.
Soap on tap. What will they think of next?
Toiletries.
Eau de toilette. I've always felt there was something rather unwholesome about dabbing one's face with toilet water.
I always thought it was a funny name, too. Okay, so what do we do here?
It's got that ring of confidence.
Ring of confidence.
That doesn't work.
So... Can we put bubble bath in the... Wait, no.
That doesn't work.
Okay, can I put it in his... Oh, I can only have 3 things in his inventory, so we'll put this in the luggage. I still feel like the mouse is a little sensitive. Maybe I had set it to a much lower setting than 3.
That doesn't work.
It's not too bad. I can deal with it.
That doesn't work.
Okay, and what does that do?
That doesn't work.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. That doesn't work either, does it?
That doesn't work.
Am I missing something in here? I mean, I've tried clicking on everything that's... Alright, let's try going back outside again. Okay.
That doesn't work.
Gingerbread cookies, yes or no? I enjoy gingerbread cookies as long as they're not too crispy, like break your teeth crispy. Some of them I've had just, it's too much. I don't want them chewy, but I don't want them crispy. Which is the other way I tend to get them. I don't like them chewy at all. Yeah. I don't like chewy cookies in general. How's that? But gingerbread, oh, there's a sheet, wait. I like Anna's gingerbread cookies. They're nice and thin. I'm not sure I'm familiar with those. That sounds familiar. Maybe we have them here. I'm not sure.
There seems to be someone's face drawn all over this sheet.
Why is there
Maybe
a
it's
face
just
drawn all over
soil.
the sheet? I want to make cookies like... Wait. Like... Ginger? Oh, like ginger cats? Ask Mike about them? Oh no. Oh no. You know, I've got him on my other computer over here. I should probably, but... Don't make cookies out of cats. Poor cats. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Can I do something with the sheet in the bath, maybe?
That doesn't...
Apparently that doesn't work.
That doesn't...
Neither does that. Can we make this sheet smell better with toiletries?
That doesn't work.
Well, yeah, you're right. If it stinks, then it's just gonna smell like flowery stink. Okay. I think there was a second door further down. Let's go check it out and see what's going on. Oh, now the door's closed. Like, get out. There's a tree. That doesn't work.
No, I can't shift it.
Can't shift it.
Poetic, isn't it?
Have you reached the night cycle yet? I haven't. The closest to night I've gotten so far is the alley, and that was just night because it was dark. It wasn't even night. It was just dark. Let's see. It's a switch thing, really? So he just goes and switches it, huh? Oh, the barn. Oh, this is where the dragon was. That's right. I just noticed the chest has legs. Yeah, exactly. Probably not a good idea.
Still looks like dry grass to me.
This is where the dragon lives. You switch between day and night without spoiling it too much. Yeah, it's kind of what it sounded like. Uh-oh. Hey, there's a screwdriver. Hey, come back here, luggage. It kind of does its own thing. It, like, wanders around. Can we talk to the dragon?
I'd rather not. Wizards and flames don't go together. A massive, scaly, city-roasting, all-destroying, foul, lumpant, slavering, yet somehow majestically beautiful dragon.
Now, look, I don't want to make this political, but I need to ask a hard-hitting questions. How many chuggas before choo-choo? 2. Chugga, chugga, choo-choo. See, it's simple. Why do we need to make that complicated?
Good grief! It looks like it's been made by a catapulted elephant.
Catapulted elephant. Now, don't be coming up here with no more politics, like them chuggas before the chew. Visit the park. I'm not sure what else to do. Joe!
ALVS_Joe raided my stream with 44 viewers.
Joe, how was your Fallout? Oh my god. Good morning, Joe. How was your Fallout stream? I saw you were streaming it right before I got on, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could go check it out. I love Fallout 1. Bueller? Vedeve? Dr. Social?
I am making many new friends in Britannia.
Ian Rhodes, welcome in. Thank you so much for that follow, Vadim Benev. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are located. In Joe's case, afternoon. And good evening if you happen to be on the other side of the planet. It was alright. Dog meat did not die at all. Trust me. Oh, really? He didn't, huh? Should I really trust you? Hey, welcome in! Good to see you, Vatamenev. I appreciate you being here. And thank you again for that follow. I really thank you very much for that. Hey, Strong 170s. Good vibes. Always good vibes. That's what we're here for, and that's why we have Eric Idle, to say funny things like... Well, now he doesn't want to say it. Bench. Hey, Kaisan. I like those. Yes, Joe has some of the coolest emotes on Twitch. And if you ever go to her channel, you should be following her. If you're not, go follow Joe. She does a lot of retro games. She will dress up for her games. She gets really into her streams with all of these different things like post-it notes and everything. And clip emotes are awesome. I don't know, did you come up with those on your own? Because they're really clean and they're really cool. And it's always 95 themed. And then Hamish has to come in and eat me alive with the Cacodemon. Yeah, that's about right. And hats, never forget the hats. Hey, we got hats here too. We always bring the hats. In fact, I have an appropriate one just for this particular game. Because we're all wizards here. See? There you go. August has gone ahead and redeemed the silly headwear to make it official. It's the magic of vector art. I am not an artist. I'm terrible at art. I need to get a Gowron mask. That's what I need. Right there, Hamish. I'll just get a Gowron mask. And that's what it looks like. It'll just be that face. And that'll be my entire stream. Yes, wizard powers. The power of my wizard is I can keep it up. Unlike other wizards. It's not floppy. But we're currently playing Discworld. For those who are new to my stream, welcome in. My name is Bitterman. We play retro PC games and sometimes even console games. Currently, we're playing Discworld from 1995, featuring the voice of Eric Idle, based on the books by Terry Pratchett. The game is notoriously difficult. The puzzles are brutal and unforgiving. But the story, the dialogue, and the voice acting is absolutely fantastic. So we're kind of just sort of limping along through it using a walkthrough and having fun with it. This is being played on a Windows 98 PC on a motherboard from an old 1997 Asus along with a P2-333 processor in Sound Blaster 16 audio. The video card is currently a 3DFX Velocity 100, which was basically an OEM budget model of the Voodoo 3 2000, with half the memory. Everything else is the same. It's just basically a Voodoo 3 2000. I get those numbers mixed. I don't know why. Even the emotes are getting wizard hats on the emote wall. That's awesome. That's awesome. Between Rye and wizards, we got it all.
Want some rye?
Of course you do. Always. I think we've already been to the alley. But anyway, we're currently, as we finish this game, which we'll probably finish today, because I am kind of walking through it, we're going to be finishing up Unreal, which is also from 1998, the era this PC came out. And, yeah, somewhere a nerd just already listening to Bitterman speaking tech. And that's not tech, that's just the specs for the system. It doesn't even have a lot of RAM for the time. It's got 64 megabytes of RAM, which definitely needs to be doubled, but... besides that, it actually runs just fine, especially for DOS games.